Crazy Tube Circuits is continuing their trend of pairing like an amp in a box with a really cool overdrive pedal. They had the Crossfire, which was a super reverb, Fender super reverb with a tube screamer, and now they have the High Power, which is a Hiwatt amp paired with the Colorsound Power Boost. I've never played a Hiwatt amp until recently. We were rehearsing in the studio of our bass player, and I asked him if I could use one of his amps because I didn't want to drag an amp with me. So he said, use this AC30. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be super loud and clean. It didn't work. So I asked, could I use this Hiwatt 100 watt top? And it was one of the most amazing tones I ever heard. So I'm really excited about this pedal. It's supposed to be based on like Pink Floyd stuff. I'm not a big Pink Floyd aficionado, so I really wouldn't know. I'm just gonna judge this by the tones it's producing and not necessarily go back to Pink Floyd stuff. We're gonna start with the overdrive section, the Colorsound Power Boost section. Then I'm gonna show you guys the amp section, which you can also use like as a real amp in a box. You can just hook it up to a cab sim and then it should work. There's an effects loop here, so you can put other pedals in between these two. Now, this side is the Power Boost section, and let's do clean first, because people want to hear clean. My Giordano guitar's horny with some bare pickups going into the Silktone amp, into the Boss Tube amp expander, into the Apollo X4, through your speakers into your ears. Okay, let's see what this does. It has a switch here. You can switch between ODR and power. It's basically switching between 9 and 18 volts. We're going to start at the 9 volt setting. Lower. Really love that kind of compression it has. Let's open up master, lower volume. Now it sounds more open. And it has a Baxendale EQ. I don't know exactly what it does, but it's super like interactive with all the other controls. More treble. More bass. And what I found with other pedals having this kind of EQ, to dial them in, I like to open them up completely and then just remove frequencies to taste. So this is like completely open. It's a little bright for my taste, so I just dial back the treble a bit. And it sings. Right, now doing the reverse on the volume controls, I'm gonna open up volume and lower master a bit. Now it starts pushing those transistors inside. I really love this tone. It's like it's imploding. Okay, let's open up master a bit. Oh my god. Trying the switch, going to the 19 volt position. Holy shit. Oh, this is wonderful. So if you lower volume a little bit, just crank master. But I like it here. Like destroyer of all amplifiers. All right, you know, it's versatile. It can do mellow stuff. Personally, I would use it as a one-trick pony because it's a really unique tone. Really haven't heard something like that in another pedal, where it like just destroys your amp. Going to the amp section. This has 3-band EQ, volume, master, and presence. A little switch here where you can switch between the bright channels. Like these Hiwatt amps have a bright channel and a normal channel input, and you can also link them, like with a Marshall Plexi, where you just put like a small patch cable in the bright channel and the normal channel, and then plug into one of the other inputs. It can do that as well because it has a linked setting on this switch as well. And you can switch to normal and bright. Then you can also switch between the more compressed and gainy 50 watt version and the more clean-ish 100 watt version. We're gonna start at the 100 watt version on normal. And clean. Yes, here it is. Gorgeous. This is bright. And this is linked. Seems more compressed and gainy. All right, EQ, bass. More treble. Less treble. Mids. It's not really powerful EQ, but it does the job. I mean, it's mimicking that kind of amp, which really doesn't have a powerful EQ either. So it does a good job at that. If you're looking for a very powerful EQ, this doesn't have that, but I don't think it needs it. Because it sounds balanced. Okay, let's do what I would do on an amp like that, just crank the EQ. The trick somehow always works. Going to bright. Cranking volume, which should introduce a lot more gain. And this on neutral. And linked. So like the real amp, it also cleans up. It's got a lot of noise because we are cranking stuff. You know, this is like the tone right now. And then you roll back your guitar volume. All right. Now the 50-watt version going to normal. 100 watt. 50 watt. Really, really cool. I'm going back to 100 watts and then find a bit of a kind of clean tone. Clean-ish. And then we're gonna engage the Colorsound Power Boost. Really well balanced. Let's go for mayhem. It has so much tone. I really, really dig what Crazy Tube Circuits are doing. I'm hoping for a Marshall next. Would be awesome. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are on this wonderful pedal. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps grow the channel. See you next time. Bye!